Hi, this is Julie with Geek Mom Media. Today we're going to do the benefits of using Instagram in our 10-minute mentoring on social media. Instagram is great because it's quick and easy to use. It's the most active. It has the most active and engaged users of any of the social platforms that are very popular with everyone. You can reach new customers using hashtags. There are a lot of people that search hashtags and just look for images that are shareable and whatnot and things they like. It's easily shareable via other social media channels, although you do have to have a separate app in order to repost an Instagram photo. Something like Repost or Regram will help you with that. It also integrates very well with some email marketing platforms. One for sure that I know is Constant Contact. And it's you can easily use it to promote products using professional-looking images. Photos promote emotion, and emotion is what fuels buyers. Multiple filters are available when you're creating your images to post on Instagram that can enhance that image. Everything from black and white to just generally enhancing the colors and whatnot, so check that out. You can build your brand through trust, and it builds your personality. Pictures worth 1,000 words, and that is very true. You can easily increase traffic visibility through pictures and through commenting and such on other people, liking and commenting on other people's Instagram pictures. You'll build your following by doing that. Because people will then follow you and look to see what kind of things you post. So it's free visual advertising in that respect. There's less a lot of times there's less competition for your brand because a lot of small businesses are not on Instagram. They feel like it's time consuming to do one social media, let alone Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. So they choose which one they think is best suited for them, and a lot of them just aren't on Instagram. They don't understand at this point the benefits of the photos and the ease of use. So you can easily increase your reach on Instagram through organic growth because of that. Suggestions and cautions. Instagram is owned by Facebook, which means that there's good compatibility when you're sharing your images to Facebook. One of the downsides is the limited area you have for your company description or personal description. So choose some keywords that will kind of tell what you're all about. There's also could be a privacy issues. If you're using it for more than just your business, if you're posting pictures of your children and that sort of thing, you'll want to be sure to just be aware of what you're posting and who's, that a lot of people can follow you and that anybody can see your pictures. They don't have to even be following you to see your pictures. And in your profile, be sure to include your website URL. You can use hashtags, as I mentioned before, on Instagram, but research those hashtags and make sure that what you think a hashtag is going to pull up is what actually pulls up, because sometimes you get surprised. You think it's a common sense thing that a certain hashtag should pull up something, and it pulls something totally different that you weren't expecting up. So just double check those before you start using them. One of the downsides, as I mentioned before, is the inability to easily share posts without the sister app. But it's easy to do as long as you have that app or one of those types of apps. So that it can be easily remedied. Another downside is the inability to add links in the text description with your image. So the only link that you have available is the one that's up in your bio. And then you also have the ability to send private photos to another user, which is quite nice. But if you have children that are on Instagram, you may want to take a look at what they're sending privately to their friends occasionally, just to make sure that it's nothing that's inappropriate. And then the other downside with it is the ability to tag your location if you have children, because if you're posting pictures of your children and tag the location, it's open to anybody to be able to see the photos, whether they're following you or not. There are predators out there that look for those kinds of things, and especially look for hashtags cute and all that sort of stuff. So just be aware of what your location settings are on children's photos. Then the last thing is that Instagram, keep in mind that Instagram reserves the right to use any of your photos without your permission. So they can repost, they can add them into some kind of a marketing whatever, but that is in their fine print, so to speak. Your logo on Instagram or your profile picture is 161 by 161, and if you are using Instagram or looking at Instagram on a web page, it's 110 by 110, the little small side logo that shows up by the picture. Image sizes, of course, are always square, and they display as 640 by 640, but the recommended size is 1080 by 1080, and I think that might have even changed up to around 1900 now, but 1080 by 1080 is still a good sized photo to be able to use. So to get started on Instagram, if you're not currently using Instagram, I would recommend if you go to Geek Mom Media and look up the post or the PDF that goes with this video. There is a link in there that goes to help.instagram.com, and then there's a whole big long string of numbers behind it, which I'm not going to give you. But if you go to pull up the PDF, the link is in there. You might also be able to just Google search for it by going to help.instagram.com. So that concludes our social media 10-minute mentoring on Instagram, and thank you very much for joining me.